Hello, I'm Victoria Roberts, a barrister practicing at 18 St John Street Chambers, and I'm going to speak to you about PCP claims in the context of mis-selling and hopefully provide a practical guide to how these claims should be run. Many of you will be aware that in March 2019, the FCA published a report which was in relation to how the motor finance industry are handling consumers. And one of the issues identified was that the brokers, which are the car dealers, have for a long time been fixing interest rates and invoking their discretion to increase interest rates, which leads to an undisclosed commission, which the customer is unaware of. The FCA report identified that this led to significant consumer harm on a significant scale. The report also identified that based on 60% of the market, commission models which allow the car dealers to have a discretion over the interest rate could be costing consumers £300 million more annually when compared with a flatline commission rate, for example. Now, in relation to other causes of action, breaches of the Consumer Credit Act are also relevant to these claims. For example, has the agreement been properly executed in accordance with Section 65 of the Consumer Credit Act? Or has there been an electronic signature, and does it comply with Section 176A of the Consumer Credit Act? Always check whether the consumer was provided with a draft copy of the agreement to take away in accordance with Section 61(1)A of the Consumer Credit Act. It is also worth considering the prescribed terms in Schedule 1 of the Consumer Credit Disclosure of Information Regulations 2010, and also check whether the right to withdraw was stated on the agreement, allowing the consumer up to 14 days to withdraw after entering into the agreement. Other breaches may include the right to cancel under Section 67 and 68 not being on the agreement, and all credit agreements must contain a right to settle early in accordance with Sections 94 to 97. If there is non-compliance with the certain provisions I have been through, then it may be possible to argue that an agreement is unenforceable without leave of the court under Section 127(1) of the Consumer Credit Act, and also consideration should be given to a claim for unfairness under Section 140A of the Consumer Credit Act.